It's a time for celebration, reflecting on all you've achieved, your hard work and triumphs amongst all the uncertainty. I know today is different than you may have pictured it, but despite the time you've spent apart, you're always together in spirit.
Bound by your talent, your vision and artistry. Makers, builders, designers, performers and all that's in between. You've risen to every challenge, adapted to every change. Showed strength and courage through everything you've made.
From fashion to photography, curation to media. Jewellery to ceramics, design to furniture. Whether writer, gamer, animator, or something that can't be described, you've overcome the hardships and reached the finish line.
But know that this is not the end. Really, it's just the start. Because the world needs creativity and is waiting for your art. Groundbreaking projects, ever-evolving ideas, making a difference through sustainable careers. Be proud of all that you've achieved, what you've learned, and who you've met. And take that knowledge forward when taking this next step.
Stay determined, stay connected, keep growing and asking for help. You're part of a community renowned throughout the world. It doesn't matter what shape that took. You are more than just four walls. Break out, break through, be bold, be you. Push boundaries, challenge and chase. Keep looking forward to a time where you can all be together again.
Be tenacious, daring, fearless, original, unique. Every brushstroke, every stitch, every word you write or speak.
Wherever you are right now,
However near or far,
Take a moment to remind yourselves
of all the things we are.
We are ready, we are able.
We have stories to build and shape.
we are graduates of UAL,
of UAL.
of UAL.
Of UAL.
Of UAL, and the future is ours to make.
Hello, I'm James Purnell, UAL President and Vice-Chancellor, and it is my great pleasure to welcome you to this joyful celebration of our graduating students from 2020 and 2021. A virtual ceremony is not what anyone would have wished for, but we hope you will be able to join us for an in-person ceremony at some point over the next 5 years. In the meantime, I hope you will enjoy what we have put together for you today. Our opening sequence featured a specially commissioned piece by poet Maria Ferguson, which was delivered from all 6 of our colleges by our Students' Union sabbatical officers, past, present, and future. You will see more of them later. I'd like to thank them for their contribution to this ceremony and for all they have done or will do on behalf of students at the university. I'd like to offer my warmest congratulations to all of you. The challenges of creative education are immense, and during a global pandemic, those challenges are amplified manifold. But you have risen to them with courage and ingenuity. Your creativity has continued to shine throughout, and you have produced work which will inspire, excite, and provoke. We will see a small sample of some of that wonderful work during the ceremony, and there is much more on this platform and on the Graduate Showcase.
Many of our students are planning their next steps from their homes, and our Chair of Governors, David Isaac, has been speaking to some of them.
Hello, I'm David Isaac, and I'm Chair of the Governors at UAL, and I'm really delighted to be with you today. I'm sure you all remember the important day when you realised that you wanted to study the creative arts, in fact that you had to study the creative arts. And now you've done it. You've studied hard, and today's the day that you graduate. In this part of the ceremony, I'm really interested to know what you're all going to be doing next. Some of you will go on to set up your own businesses. Some will become creative leaders or be makers. Some of you will go on to teach or to do further study. And some of you are going to take time to explore what's right for you. And of course, many of you will do a combination of several of these things. Let's see what some of our graduates around the world have to say about what they're going to do next.
I accepted the offer from Fashion Design Women's Wear MA at Central St. Martin's, and I will prepare my own label with my business partner at the same time and while doing the MA study.
So I have a place at the National Film and Television School to study model making for animation. I did a stop motion animation for my final piece and really enjoyed it, and that kind of geared me towards this path. So I start in September. And I'm hoping that it will get me a career in the props industry, which is something that I've been wanting to do pretty much all my life.
I'm going to continue my final major project, which is Checkout Magazine. I hope to be able to see it grow and flourish while also working freelance on a variety of projects and consulting on digital projects for a variety of brands too.
I would really love to go to Paris to do an experience there in the fashion field and in the creativity field.
I'm deeply interested in the future creative financial empowerment space. So especially how students kind of across creative fields are able to monetize their work post-university. Financial literacy combined with in-university training really opens up a whole new avenue of empowerment across social, class, LGBTQ+, and gender identity divides. It's such a large part of what makes a successful designer.
I'm working on a new project building new immersive learning experiences based on the skills of collaboration in a post-globalization society.
How will you develop the connections that you've made during your time at UAL?
Well, we live in 2021 now, so communication shouldn't be a problem anymore. And collaboration is a key word at UAL, and I managed to meet so many talented people that I think will remember me. I'll definitely remember them, and hopefully we can collaborate in the future.
My classmates are so incredible. I've made connections that I will cherish throughout my professional career and beyond. Being around the creative energy of my classmates, even when it was digital because of COVID, is something that dramatically increased the scope of what I believe creativity was. We're all so amazing and powerful at what we do, and that is something that I will never forget.
I think the connection I made during these 4 years are so valuable. I would definitely keep in touch with my friends. And if I have the opportunity to cooperate with them again, I would definitely invite them. And I know someone who will launch their label after the graduation. So I think it's really exciting to see where they are in the future, and I'm really looking forward to them.
I joined Camberwell in second year, so a lot of the time I've been here, it's been online. And I kind of was a bit worried that would mean that I wouldn't really make any connections, but I actually really have. It's been really helpful because we've had to kind of be really clever with thinking about how we can present our work on Instagram, so we've had to really come together to do that. And I've had some really great interactions with my tutors, and I've made some really good contacts through them, which I really hope to keep.
As you know, UAL has a very active alumni association. How do you think you'll make use of it?
I think UAL has a really unique network and alumni association. I think it's a really great space to meet more people from all around the world who have all these different talents. So I'll definitely be connecting with those people in future to work on projects together.
I look forward to utilizing the active and broad alumni association to make these global connections and to meet other alumni across the world who hopefully will be amazing collaborators. I think it's one of the best times to be in the creative arts right now because it's one of the core routes to finding and creating a better future for everyone.
Thank you to everyone who contributed to this section of our ceremony. There's one message that I'm really keen to leave with you today, and it's this. Always be sure to embrace equality and inclusion in everything that you do. Enjoy what is different and unique about you and celebrate difference in others. We are stronger when we are authentic and able to be ourselves. That way, we can all help to make the world a much better place. Thank you very much.
Now let's go over to our Chancellor, Grayson Perry, to say a few words.
Welcome to the virtual graduation ceremony for University of the Arts, London. This is a day to remember, a day to celebrate passion, commitment, hard work and creative excellence. It is a day all about you, our brilliant graduates, and soon to become our alumni. I so wish I could be with you in person. It is always one of my highlights of the year, clapping you across the stage, seeing your smiles, your proud parents, and your sensational shoes. I hope you will come back to a future ceremony so we can enjoy those moments together. The global COVID pandemic has made the last 18 months an extraordinarily difficult time for all of us, but it has especially affected the lives of students. So we celebrate today not just your creative and academic achievements, but your determination for coping with the huge extra pressures the pandemic has brought upon you. Today we are celebrating graduates from both 2020 and 2021. UAL, of course, is made up of several colleges, teaching a huge variety of courses. What binds them together is a love of beauty and a need to communicate fresh ideas. Art College is the one fixed rung on the greasy pole of becoming an artist. Anyone can become an artist without going to art college, but it's difficult to make a career of it without having spent time there and learned and absorbed what it is to be an artist. Being an artist has given me so much more than just a job. It has given me a whole way of life. I think it has kept me sane. Many of you will be graduating from fashion courses. I love fashion because it combines the freedoms and excesses of creativity with the pragmatism and limitations of the body, craft and industry. You graduates are powerful. You are the people who will decide how we all look in the future. You will dress our hopes and our loves. You are shapers of identity. Whether or not you are graduating from the London College of Communication, you'll have to agree it's a great name for a college. Communication! Building relationships. It is why we have big brains. Central to a good life, a happy life. You are going to be so happy. The kind of subjects you have studied are so central to all our lives. You have a lot of power. UAL is a place of freedom, a place to experiment, a place to get it wrong, to make mistakes. Mistakes are hard to accept, and you will never stop making them. They are central to the creative process, and you are all about to join the elite club for people making a career out of art and creativity. And exciting new things often start as mistakes. They have me as Chancellor. I am a bit of a liability. You may be thinking, wow, that guy really looks in command. But like many artists, I am often riven with self-doubt. If you're anything like me, you will feel anxiety that you are an imposter and the real creative person is somewhere else. But fear not, this feeling is good. It is the natural state of the person who is trying to do something new, something untried before. No wonder it feels odd. In fact, in the creative business, if you start feeling comfortable, it's time to give yourself a good talking to. You are now heading out on a road, a long road. Careers in the arts take time. It can take years or even decades for a creative person to find their full voice. Your voice will form over time from skill, hard work, experience, and a good dollop of luck. A career in the arts is a marathon, not a sprint. And where is this long road heading? You are heading out on a pilgrimage. And what are you looking for? And what you will find is a precious thing in our world. You are looking for meaning. I hate to be the one to tell you, but life is meaningless. Your job is to help give our world meaning. Simple! You are crossing a ritual threshold. Creativity is no longer a small private matter. From now on, it is a wonderful public responsibility. Talking to students, I'm always heartened by how politicized they are. It is great to hear a diverse range of voices preparing to go out and speak through their work on a diverse range of issues. You are the special sort of people who will go out into the world and give it a good hard look. You have the potential to change the world for the better. Your art, your craft and design and innovation will inspire others and enrich their lives. As the Guardian newspaper said, science can make you live to 100, but without a feel for the arts, what's the point? You are brave souls embarking on this journey, for there are hardships along the way. You came to University of the Arts London because you love what you do and wanted to learn more. Few of you would have come thinking that it was a guaranteed path to great wealth. The joys of a creative life are reward enough. But many of you will go on to great jobs. Some of you will start successful businesses. Also now, you are ambassadors for the creative life, inspiring the next generation of artistic talent. It will be, I hope, a fun life. But it's a serious business. In Britain in 2017, the creative sector, according to government figures, was worth over £100 billion to the economy and employing 2 million people. You creatives are to the 21st century what the engineers and mill owners were to the 19th. You're about to join an industry where the UK leads the world. Studying at UAL was a great decision. So please, enjoy your virtual graduation. We're all very proud of you, both for what you have achieved and for the ways you will make the world a better place. Congratulations!
Next, we're going to hear from your head of college and a couple of your deans. Here they are in conversation with your Students' Union representatives, giving some insights and great advice for you to take with you as you prepare to leave UAL.
What is the best piece of advice you've ever received?
I think it was when I was about 17. I was at an FE college and the tutor told me that he felt I was in the wrong town and doing the wrong job and ought to get myself to an art school in the city.
Okay, so the best piece of advice I've ever received is be kind, karma is real.
I think to listen to yourself and to trust what you hear.
Be authentic to yourself, it will sustain you.
What did you learn about yourself after graduating university?
So I was a CSN graduate and a group of friends and I set up a collaborative group, and that really helped us work together and not feel isolated. And we're still really close today, so I recommend you stay close to your friends and work together to achieve what you want to achieve.
So the main thing I learned on graduating was that I had a lot more to learn, and I think that life kind of presents you at a point of graduation where you've mastered certain things, you've kind of lived in a particular world, but the world is a really big place, and learning to kind of take what you know and be humbled in what you don't is really quite important.
I think I learned that I was really quite ambitious and I hadn't expected that. I realised when I started to work professionally that I didn't just want to be able to do it, I wanted to be able to do it really well. And perhaps the other thing I might add is that I still had an awful lot to learn.
I think the biggest thing I learned was that some of the things I thought everybody can do, actually only I can do. And I think for me that was about having confidence in my own skills, my own abilities, my own kind of creativity, that it was that other people can't replicate that.
Why does creativity matter?
Creativity is the basis for everything. It is the basis for every new thing. It's the basis for every change, for every improvement to kind of our lives, to everybody's lives.
Well, I think we're constantly faced with new challenges, things we didn't expect, unexpected challenges that come towards us. And what we need is new ideas to break those down and to help us to resolve them. So that's why creativity matters.
Creativity can help critique and destabilise toxic normative cultures, so it can really make a difference.
Very simply, it's because creativity produces our shared future.
What questions should we ask in the world as UAL graduates?
Again, another good question. I think that a good couple of questions to keep in mind are, does this really come from me, and could I know more? I think if you answer those two questions as you're making your way in the world, developing your work, building new relationships, only good will come from asking those questions.
I think all UAL graduates will have their own individual questions, but maybe one I would add to that would be not just is this good work or are these good ideas, but is this socially responsible?
How can we make a difference? And how can we begin to challenge the structural inequalities we encounter in the environments we find ourselves in?
What is the one piece of advice as we begin our journeys beyond UAL?
I would say be flexible about where you get to apply your creativity. It might not be where you expected it, and also to be patient. Things don't often come at the pace that you would expect them to come at, so be patient.
I think it's to stay in contact with your people that you've met while you've been on your course. So whether they're friends on your course, whether they're people that you've met in your college, because they are your future network. They are the support network, and they're also your professional network as you go into the future, into future careers.
So my one piece of advice is don't worry, no one expects you to know everything.
Be open to success being different to what you originally imagined, but you'll get there.
Which one word sums up UAL students and graduates?
One of a kind.
What word describes UAL graduates?
So this was a tough one because UAL graduates are complex and individual, but I think if I have to pick one, I chose multipliers, because I think when you add a UAL graduate to any particular situation, they kind of add value and make progress, and they sort of multiply any given situation?
I would say they're resilient.
Which one word sums up UAL students and graduates?
Ready.
I know this is a virtual graduation, but surely we're going to have some sort of special ceremonial moment?
I'd like to welcome to the stage Eleanor Louise West. Please accept this award on behalf of all the graduating students.
Thank you. Hello, graduates. I never thought summing up the last 3 years would be this difficult. When we pictured our journeys through university, none of us imagined a world under lockdown due to a global pandemic. Many people have lost loved ones to COVID, and our thoughts are with them, their families and friends. The last 18 months has brought with them the challenges in so many aspects of life and have highlighted the inequalities that still taint our society. We have seen the arts once again disregarded, whilst we sat at home painting, knitting, creating and binging box sets. We have been handed a mirror and slowly acknowledged systemic racism and witnessed the escalation of a climate emergency. There is so much work that institutions, including UAL, need to do to continue to tackle these issues for good. We all need to continue doing all that we can, wherever we end up, to make sure our society changes for the better. Through all of this, you, graduates of 2020 and 2021, found the time and energy to learn, develop, and refine your skills. You are the definition of adaptability. On behalf of all graduates, I'd like to thank the course teams, the technicians, the support staff, the estate staff, and the cleaners and everyone else who helped us through the good times and the bad times. It couldn't have been easy for all of you either. So, you're about to enter this ever-changing and unpredictable world as experts in adapting to succeed. I know there are times when this moment didn't feel achievable, and at times where the stress was immeasurable. But you're here, not only in spirit, but as part of a community. As Chelsea College of Arts graduates, UAL graduates, the big doors are opening as you take your next steps. Thank you, congratulations, and good luck.
Let's ask James Pennell to close the ceremony.
Your graduation does not mean the end of your relationship with the university. As our newest alumni, you are now members of the world's largest creative network. We very much hope you'll stay in touch with us and with each other, make the most of the support and advice UAL can give you, and, in years to come, work with us to nurture the next generation of creative talent. The Big Future section on our website is the place to see what is on offer to you as a new UAL graduate. Please enjoy the rest of your graduation experience today. Explore the platform, use the virtual photo booth, and share the pictures you create. Go shopping, view the gallery of student work, take a look at Big Futures. Thank you for choosing to study at UAL and for both inspiring and challenging us. Some of you will go on to change the world in which we live, but we hope all of you will go on to make a living doing what you love. Wherever you go and whatever you do, the very best wishes of everyone at University of the Arts London go with you.